This is Susan Wilbanks with blendedinsight.com. I am a holistic and integrative healing arts practitioner, an intuitive, and an energy healer. In this podcast, I share tips, tools, and suggestions that have helped me along my path in hopes of inspiring and helping you along yours. Let's get started with today's podcast topic.
Hey, friend, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome back. I am so glad you're here. And before we dive in, I just want to settle in with you for a minute. I love connecting with you, creating this space together. And my intent with this podcast is always to share something inspiring, something that creates a place and a cocoon from all the noise where you can come in, get a little bit of healing, get a little bit of inspiration, and realize you are not alone on this walk. And I wanted to share a little bit about what's been going on in my world lately. You all aren't going to believe this. If you've been with me a while and you listened to a previous podcast, I don't know, it hasn't been that long ago, maybe 2 months ago. I'm driving down the road, I'm all blissed out, and a herd of deer just slammed into my car. It was so weird. I was fine. I was worried about the deer, but they did some damage. And so I had to put it in the shop, get a rental car, got my car back, and all was well. I actually went up to Durango. I had a really beautiful weekend mountain trip, went up to some hot springs. My daughter ended up joining me. That wasn't the initial plan, but she ended up joining, which was fabulous. And I was actually doing a quantum hypnosis session. It's my second one. And if you all are interested, I'm happy to share that at a later time. And we get back, and this energy that we are in has been so much, and there's so much energetic pull. And I'm sure you all are feeling it just like we're feeling it. I'm really grounding into my practices, and it's just been one thing after the other with work and life. Life just lives. So we get back in town, we get settled in, and you aren't going to believe this, but a deer hit my daughter's car. I can't make this up, y'all. She's okay. Thank God she's okay. But she calls me. Y'all, I was so exhausted. I took some magnesium. I had to get an Epsom salt bath. I was so ready for the most restful sleep in my bed. I had gotten everything done. You know how that is. Oh my gosh, you get in your sheets. I'm so ready for the deepest, most restful sleep because I've been exhausted just like everybody else. Right as I fall asleep, my phone rings and it's my daughter asking me for the insurance card. Y'all, I'm delirious. I can't even think. I give her an old insurance company. That's how tired I am. I hear someone talking, oh, that's not the insurance company on your card. And I go, oh, yeah, that's right. That's not our insurance company. I guess the card in her car was outdated. I don't even know what's going on. So then she tells me she was driving home from work in our neighborhood. She was only 3 minutes from the house, and a deer runs into her car on her driver's side. Now, if you all remember, the deer that hit me, the herd of deer, not just one deer, was on my passenger side. This single deer smashed into her headlight on her driver's side, and it did some serious damage to her car. The deer's family was waiting for it on the other side of the road. And I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on with the deer. I'm sure it's a spiritual message. I had a friend of mine that was like, they recognize the energy in you. And obviously, since she was with me and the spiritual work and the deep energetic alignment that I was doing, it's going to affect her as well. There's no way around it. She's also going to get recalibrated. She's also going to get aligned because we share the same space. She was really shook up. She was very upset because she was afraid that the deer hurt itself. We love animals. I don't want to see an animal hurt. I know that's hypocritical because we do eat meat, and I get it. Anyway, her car was so badly hurt. I was going to say her car was injured. It was injured. She had to get it towed. And then, of course, I wake up the next day and I've got to deal with that all day. Getting it towed, getting the insurance, it goes right back into the shop that I just got mine out of. We don't know the damage yet. They haven't even been able to look at it yet because they're so busy. And I don't quite know what that's about either. But thankfully, we were able to get her a rental car. Even though she's 21, I guess the insurance company will make a waiver for her because it was an accident. So now she's in a rental car. But here's the kicker, y'all. Her rental car is nice. It doesn't have tinted windows, but she got a hybrid. I didn't get that. My car was okay too. It was nice, but I'm like, hold on a minute. She gets a hybrid and her car is bigger than mine. Anyway, y'all, I just couldn't believe it. After, what is it with the deer? So then I'm going in meditation, connecting with the spirit of the deer. Hey, if you all want our attention, we see you every day. You're in our neighborhood. You browse the neighborhood. We stop for you. We connect with you. You don't have to hit us. For one, we don't want to hurt you. And second of all, please don't hurt us because we don't have inexpensive deductibles. It's $1,000 deductible for us. And I'm so concerned that my insurance is going to go up with these two deer hits. But in any case, what are you going to do? It's life. There's these moments where everything is fine, but your nervous system won't settle right away. We're reminded of these moments where life can feel fragile sometimes. And it's so powerful to take the moments to just ground. Take those moments to refocus. Is this going to matter in 1 year? Because here's the blessing. Neither of us were hurt. Her airbags didn't even go off. She wasn't going that fast. It was in the neighborhood. I wasn't going that fast when they hit me. So there's a message in that. Will this even matter? Take time to breathe, reconnect to something bigger than the noise. And that's what I want to do with you today because we're entering in to a really powerful spiritual window. It's the Wessak Full Moon on May 12th, which is tomorrow if you're listening to me on Sunday. And if you've never heard of it, don't worry, I've got you. We're going to talk about it. This episode's going to help you understand what it is, why it's considered the most powerful full moon of the year, and how you can work with the energy in a way that's gentle, real, and supportive, not overwhelming. And also, it's Mother's Day. So before we go any further, I want to say this to the mothers listening. Thank you for all the ways you show up and love. To those that are missing your mom, I'm holding space with you today. To those with complicated relationships, I see you, I honor you. And to everyone mothering in your own way, through the healing, through the caretaking, through being there for others, you are valued. And I'm sending you love too. And wherever this finds you today, I just hope this episode gives you a little peace, a little perspective, and a little light. And you all know my mother transitioned in March, but she had a very long, just excruciating battle with self-induced dementia through alcoholism. I loved my mother very much. We were not close. We did not have a close relationship. She didn't really feel like a mother to me. And so I grieved her passing years before her actual passing. And I'm really happy for her that she's free. But out of that relationship, I created the mother that I wish I had with my daughter. I was that for her. I broke the cycle and I'm really grateful. And sometimes things show up in a way that we don't understand at the time, but it's something that our soul needs. It's that push, it's that friction that births something new. So there's always a reason, there's always something you can take away from it. So with that said, I would love to talk to you about this full moon tomorrow, which is considered the biggest full moon of the year. And I didn't even know about this until I got on the pranic healing path. Never heard of it before. But in pranic healing, it is a huge deal to the point where we start to cleanse 7 days before. We do chanting and meditations, and we really prepare our vessel for this downpouring of healing energy. And it's honored in many spiritual traditions, most notably Buddhism, where it marks the birth, enlightenment, and the passing of Buddha, and all to have occurred during a full moon in May. So in pranic healing, we see this as an active living event. It's this spiritual downpour of energy. It's said that during this moon, the Buddha and the Christ come together on the inner planes to pour massive blessings onto the earth. I believe Master Cohen, don't quote me on the exact time, but I believe he says meditating during this one full moon is like meditating for a full month. It's basically equivalent to a full month of daily practice. That's how powerful the moment is. And you don't have to believe in any one path or figure. You just have to be open to the possibility that something sacred is reaching for you. Because as we talk about during the full moon, fertilizer is being dumped on the earth. So when fertilizer is being dumped, everything grows. If you've ever put fertilizer on your grass, you see the weeds come up, everything comes up. So you want to tend to your soil in your garden and remove as much of that as possible because the fertilizer is coming down. If you're not aware of it, it's still coming down. And that is why around this time of year, and it's been really intense this year, is people start to get wacky. They start to lose it. People get angry. It's a lot to navigate. And that is because the energy is ramping up. And right now, this matters so much beyond tradition because the collective energy is so intense. Why? We're dealing with uncertainty around money and systems, global stress, burnout, heightened emotional reactivity, and Earth's frequency is shifting so fast. We talked about the Schumann resonance, the spikes in it. Planet Earth is evolving, and we're living in this planetary contraction right now, which often comes right before a spiritual expansion. I know I've shared in previous podcasts that I used to hear a preacher talk about the analogy that right before the boat is launched, the arrow was pulled back. So we see these parallels and we see it happen in even our own life before something big is happening. There has to be a cleansing, there's got to be a release so that we can hold that new energy. So, what I wanted to ask you is what kind of presence do you want to become? Not just for others, but for yourself. And really sit with that and ask yourself, where have I been holding on out of fear when my soul is asking me to release? Because you can really use the energy of this full moon to help you release and make room for what you want to bring in. This energy is here to support us. In the days before, and I know we're the day before now, but again, the energy lingers before and after, so it's not too late. You want to think about cleansing, forgiving people who trigger us, cleaning up our inner space, calling our energy back. Focus on being a being of service. This isn't to overwhelm you because whatever your soul most needs to do at this time, you know it. Your soul will tell you. So it doesn't have to be something overwhelming because I know everyone's already burnt out. And the last thing I want to do is sit here and give you a laundry list of things to do. Be easy about it. We are all in different legs of this journey. Some of us will be doing deep cleansings. Some of us will just be doing something light and what we can. Your soul knows, and your soul is here to support you. It's going to be perfect no matter what you choose to do. The thing is, do it with intention. Every year, the energy shakes something loose in me. Sometimes I don't really notice it. It's subtle, but in the weeks ahead, it's like working out every day. I go to the gym 5 days a week. I lift weights. Some days I feel it, some days I don't. But over time, I see the results and the fruits of my labor. So it is a committed, intentional practice. This is one of the reasons why we talk about energy exchange. There are beings all around us right now who knew that you were going to be here at this very time listening to my voice, that you're going to choose to be a part of this community, and that I am going to choose to share this information. All of it is all working out. And what I wanted to say to you is it's not too late. The Wessak window stays open for days, like I said, and you're right on time. Think about how you can receive this. And here is a way to anchor it, no matter if you choose to join the Pranic Healing Wessak Full Moon or not. It's for free. You can go to mastercode.org or pranichealing.com and sign up for it. They do the meditation. A lot of people aren't drawn to pranic healing, and that is perfectly fine. If you're not drawn to it, then it's just not a part of your path at this time. You might be drawn to it at another time. For me, as you all know, I've studied lots of modalities, and I'm always tuning into what my soul is calling me to do, and I'm okay to explore. The principles of it are the same across every tradition. It's just the way it's applied. And we all are drawn to different teachers at different times because that's what your soul needs at that time. So even that's perfect. So you don't have to subscribe to pranic healing. I know in the beginning it was really hard for me because I did not like the meditations with Master Choa. I could not understand him, and I didn't quite understand what we were doing. And the accent threw me off. I couldn't understand him. So I wasn't immediately drawn to it. But as I started doing it with my clients, and I'm not telling you to do the energy healing, you're here to receive it, not to do it. But I'm just sharing how over time it started to line up. It may not have been instant, but over time it started to line up. And I wanted to offer to you that could be with anything in your life. And right now, we've got to take care of ourselves. And I think now more than ever, it's important to practice your spiritual hygiene and your energy management because me anchored in this work and doing all the things, it's been a lot for me too. So here's how to work with it in a practical way. Set a simple intention, something like, I open myself to receive the highest blessing available to me, and may this serve the good of all beings. That's number one. Number two, create space. It can be sitting in silence, walking in silence, taking a moment in your car, focusing on your breath, lighting a candle. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It just has to be real. That's it. Bring yourself with the intention. The third way is visualize yourself receiving. Visualize a golden waterfall of light entering through your crown, cleansing your body, clearing out the old, recharging your system. Our minds are really powerful because we have the ability to direct the energy with our thoughts. And then the fourth thing is just anchoring it. See that light flowing from your heart into the earth, into your home, into your conversations, your service. You become the blessings. You become the blessing for other people, and you become the way the blessings are distributed through the earth. Embodying it all week long. That's the last thing I wanted to talk about with you. It's not just one night. The energy builds before and it continues after, and we're in the spiritual window right now. So, one of the things you can do is just ask yourself, see the questions, the empowering questions for me. I call them empowering questions because when I ask myself the question, my mind and my soul and my spirit search for the answers, and it creates a space. If I'm always go and I'm never contemplating and thinking and opening to myself, then I miss opportunity. So, how can I show up as someone who already knows they're blessed? Because you are really blessed. So, how can you show up as someone who already knows they're blessed? And what's one small way I can embody the light even in an uncomfortable moment? What energy do I want to leave in the spaces I enter? These are easy things that can shift it for you. And I know because I use them. And I will do little pop ups on my phone for the question to pop up and remind me because we've got to be intentional. I know for me, I'm not going to speak for you. For me, I've had to be really intentional because the pull is crazy and my fatigue has been insane. I'm doing healings all night long to where I'm like, okay, I know that I'm being a service. I know I came here to do this work. Can I please have a night off? Because I sleep very lightly when I'm just astral traveling and healing all night. And I need sleep. And then when I get back this is what you came here to do. Okay. So in that sense, I got to manage my energy also during the day because your girl is healing all night. And I know some of you can relate because we have similar walks. The other thing is sit and think to yourself, what can I do to live the energy for this week? And I'm not saying you have to live it all year round. That'd be great. We're just talking about 7 days of your life out of 365 days of the year. Just creating these little moments to really capitalize on this energy. Maybe it's something like, may I be a channel of peace today? Just a little intention. I want to be a channel of peace today. And write down any messages that you hear. Dreams, nudges, signs, because they're amplified right now. And I know for me, when I wake up in the morning, if it's a really potent dream and I get a lot of dreams, it'll come back to me. And it usually happens while I'm at the gym where I'm thinking like, that was so bizarre. And thankfully I have a close friend that does dream interpretation. And if it isn't obvious to me at the time, then sometimes I'll share it with him. And sometimes I'll just do a voice note on my phone to make sure that I capture it. Because if I don't capture it pretty soon, I won't remember it unless it's brought back to my awareness. So the other thing is speaking healing over your life. Your words are seeds, and this moon is the fertilizer. Stop with the limitations and thinking people are psychically attacking you. They hardly ever are. They hardly ever are. Maybe that's just your own stuff that's so stirred up in your energy field that you keep recycling it. To me, it's asking myself these questions shift me out of the absolutes and make me think, you know what, maybe that is a possibility. And if that's the case, I have the power to stop it. So speak healing over your life and forgive yourself and others. Let the heaviness go. This is the perfect time to do it. The other thing that I've had to do recently is consuming consciously because what you take in becomes your frequency. And right now, oh my goodness, y'all, the way I get online and it's politics and tariffs and anger and just blah. It is a lot right now, y'all. And I just can't. But I also have people in my life who recycle the same issues. They never get better. And the thing is, some of us do have some long-standing patterns that we need to work through. My thing is, are you working through it? And when people are not going to do the work. They're just going to siphon off of your energy because you are doing the work, or look to you to rescue them, or do readings or give them more information, and they're not doing any of the other things. I just can't afford to leak my energy in that way at this time. I can't do it. We're in a 9 year. This 9 year is a year of completion. That's why it feels so intense right now. And for me, I've got to manage my energy so that I can show up and do the things that I'm supposed to do. And I want to co-create with people. I don't want to create emotional vampires who use me as their way to siphon my energy, bomb at their stuff, and then rinse and repeat. It just doesn't work. It's not good for them and it's not good for me. So, with that, how about we go into a visualization? But while we're doing the visualization, I'm going to run healing. So, if you're in a place to close your eyes, focus on breathing, I'm going to turn the healing on. And if you can just close your eyes and start breathing, focusing on your breath, inhaling and exhaling. And above you, the golden full moon shines. And as the full moon is shining from it, a radiant waterfall of light begins to flow. It's flowing through your crown, making its way down, filling your heart, clearing your body. And reawakening you to your truth. And feel this light grounding you, moving through the bottom of your feet into the earth. Feel it grounding you into your purpose, realigning you, recalibrating you. Breathing this beautiful golden light into all cells of your being. And as we close this meditation, the light is creating a beautiful, comforting, and powerful shield around you. And so it is. All right, we can come back into our body. How was that? I like to do the meditations with the healing because it helps you to anchor it more for yourself. And I would love to know what you think about that, how you feel about that. And remember, we don't have to have it all figured out. We don't need to clean up our whole life before receiving this energy. It's going to come down. All you need to do is say yes. Do what you can and what feels aligned for you. And again, you can join the Wessak meditation on Pranic Healing or masterco.org if you are drawn to it, or just take 5 sacred minutes on your own. Whatever you do, just be mindful of it. That's it. And again, even if you're listening later, the energy is still active days before and after. So you're not here by accident. You're here because something in you is ready to rise. So you all, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for sharing my work and asking people to subscribe and all the things that you do, all the ways that you get this energy out. I so appreciate you. And that in itself, honestly, is an act of good karma in doing your work. Why? Not because it's me, because of the energy. We need things to settle our nervous system, to recalibrate us, to put us in alignment with something higher. We need that now more than ever. And so I want to thank you again. And I want to wish you a beautiful, powerful, divinely orchestrated, divinely aligned week. Take care. Bye-bye.